What up, YouTube? It's Starry Alchemist here with you today, telling you the real life story as to why my biggest fear is something very rational, not irrational like spiders, but they are kind of gross. Yuck. Anyhow, the fear or phobia that takes the top of my list is a phobia known as pyrophobia, the fear of fire. It all started when I was a child. I don't actually remember how old. Anyways, I was upstairs with one of my older sisters and on the phone with my best friend at the time. My sister and I, for no really reason in particular, I actually don't remember why we did, but anyways, we headed downstairs to do something and opened the door at the bottom of my steps. To my smoke detector screaming and a pot rolling with flames as my mother frantically tried to call 911. But our local fire department was out on another call, and because we live in a small area, there's only one that actually caters to my county. Anyways, so of course we didn't have anything to put out this now that I know grease fire, and it was rolling over the lid. And my mom had tossed it in the sink at the time, so one of my older sisters tried to pour some water on it. Thankfully, my mom stopped her because if you don't know, grease fires, when they get wet, just spread, and it would have covered her in horrible burns. Thankfully, my mom grabbed her arm and stopped her. So, with nothing really to do, my mom grabbed the only thing that we had on hand that could possibly smother the fire, a tub of sugar. So, with an act of bravery, my mom opened the tub of sugar and threw it on the fire, causing a massive fireball to go up and almost lit our kitchen cabinets on fire, which was terrifying because we had a whole bunch of paper stuff on those. Thankfully, the fireball didn't really do any damage do any damage aside from singeing some wood above our sink. After the fire was put out, my mom sent us to the car to sit until the firefighters finally got there. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was like 10 or younger, so like any child, I had a plushie that made me feel safe. She's a teddy bear. I still have her to this day, and I'm 17. Her name is Ginger. Well, amidst all this chaos, I tried to run upstairs to grab Ginger, but the sister who was on the phone with me and my best friend, stopped me and basically yelled at me, being like, "Why are you being stupid? You can't go back and grab her. Why are you going upstairs in a burning building?" Even though nothing was actually burning aside from the grease in the pot. But, anyways, I didn't. What I didn't know was Ginger was actually out in our living room, which was like like about 10 feet behind me, but I couldn't see that because of the smoke. One thing I remember best about this whole event is when I first came downstairs, how calm I was. My sister and I came downstairs, and my sister had the phone, and she very calmly said to my best friend at the time, "I'll call you back." Then very calmly set my mom's phone on the floor so the mic was down, very slowly stood back up, and then started screaming, "Call 911," which made me panic as well. So now you know the story behind my biggest fear. Are there any other stories you'd like to hear from me? It can be most embarrassing moment, it can literally be anything. I've started a Patreon now, so if you'd like higher quality videos, all funds from the Patreon account is going back into my channel to pay for a drawing tablet, new computer, new microphone, better editing and drawing software, other things that make your viewer experience much nicer looking. Now that whole thing's out of the way, if I'd like to say thank you for watching, and if you like this video or any of my other content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep twinkling, my little alchemists.